What is overhyped?
There is no way, P.
No, I would never make this take. Shove down my throat. Paused.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Life with Anime Podcast, where you come to be entertained, find some escape and relief, and where we talk about the impact that anime has on our lives. We are your host, Family Man Joe.
And Mr. Music Major. How y'all doing?
What's up? Oh, hello.
Right.
I tried to be like Preston on that HunterXHunter clip, throwing my camera around.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You're absolutely right. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. The fact that I say HunterXHunter and you decide to knock your camera off and have a little rage fit.
All facts. I had a rage fit. I knocked my camera off. It deserved to be knocked off to talk about HunterXHunter. A lot of people agree with me, by the way.
They didn't. That's the crazy part. No, they didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Twitter. Excuse me. I mean, not Twitter. TikTok.
I need to go check because I don't believe you. Ain't no way, bro. There's no way.
Check it. Like, people are saying it's like a 7 to 8 out of 10.
There's no way.
Is not a bad
right for
not a bad score
for an average show. HunterXHunter is not an average. Stop.
It's a good show.
We're not doing this. I'm not doing this again. We've done this way too many times.
It's a good show.
Way too many times. Actually, I'm sure we might actually even talk about it today.
Oh, no, we'll get back into it.
Yeah, we'll get right back into it. I honestly don't even want to address it. Anyway, yo, appreciate you. If you are here on YouTube, yes, you watching right now, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you are notified and let known when we post our new episodes, as well as our highlights throughout the week, and our shorts. We post shorts 5 days a week, highlights about 2 to 3 times a week, and then obviously the episode every Friday. Make sure you stay in tune with what's going on here at Life with Anime Podcast, and we appreciate you very, very much. If you are listening on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, Podbean, whatever it is you're listening on, make sure you guys follow the podcast. Leave us a nice 5-star rating. And everyone, make sure you guys comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. We got a fun episode, I think, today. And so I'm sure you guys will have some things to definitely say about this episode. So please chime in. Let us know your thoughts. Would love to hear from everybody. With that being said, another episode, another day where I have a question for P that P was not ready for, which is always fun for me. I'm waiting for him to have one for me, but I know he ain't got one today. So
I had like a couple, but I didn't decide. Like I decided not to do it, so I'll save it.
Okay, appreciate it. Well, hey, I like being the one with surprises. So today, and I actually have to think about this. I kind of have an answer, but I don't fully. But another question for you, P. Who was a villain that you agreed with? Not an easy question. Because there's a lot of villains I don't agree with. I tried to go through One Piece, and even just like, because there's so many villains in One Piece, right? I tried to go through One Piece. I'm like, there's not a villain that I agree with. Katakuri is like the first one that came to mind, but he doesn't really like have a thing that he's like trying to go do. He's just there for his family. And that's like the only villain that I like rocked with. You know what I'm saying? So
I will say, this may come as a shocker. I agree with Eren.
No.
I don't agree with how he went about doing it. I think that might be like the biggest shocker for me. Like, I agree with what he was trying to do. He was trying to preserve his people. He was trying to protect his people. He was trying to make sure that his people were good at the end of the day out of everybody else. It's the fact that how he went about doing it was absolutely preposterous to me. I agree with the fact that you want to protect your own. You want to protect your loved ones. You want to protect the people that are close to you. But the way you went about doing it was absolutely bonkers to me. So I think that's a shocker to me. Like,
the fact that you said
like Eren.
The fact that came out your mouth is, very, very much so a shocker. Because it's not that I hate Eren, but I guess I've always called Eren a villain. I think we both agree on Eren.
I think he is a villain.
Yeah, 1,000% a villain. But I don't necessarily know if I agree with Eren. So
like I said, I agree with what he was trying to do. I don't agree with how he went about doing it. I think that there were times to where he could show restraint, and he didn't.
He chose
He
not
like
to.
went balls to the wall.
He said it's either nothing or everything. Like,
yeah, and again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with what he was trying to do. Like, again, bro, you want to protect your people, you want to protect your loved ones, you want to make sure that you guys are on top. But like, you want to like destroy 80% of the world to make that happen is absolutely ridiculous to me. Like, there were other options that he could have taken and he didn't. So I agree with the idea of what he tried to do. I don't agree with how he went about doing it.
So you're all about, I guess not, because honestly, Eren's the opposite of what I'm about to say. Because Eren was protect the few from the many, basically, right? Like, the few that was close to him was more important than the like the world in a grand scheme, right?
Yeah, we had that conversation. Even with shout out to Justin, we've had that conversation to like where, like which one would you protect, like the few or the many?
Yeah,
and so I am at the point of my life where I'm at now is that like I want to protect my family.
Oh yeah,
100%. And I think Eren saw that like the island of Paradise, like that is my family. That is who I want to protect. And everybody who wants to come against that is now an enemy to me. So if you come against me and my family, like you are now an enemy to me. Right. I just think that he could have went about doing it a different way. So again, I agree with what he was trying to do. I don't agree with how he went about doing it.
Yeah. See, I got a character that did the opposite. A villain who decided to protect, I guess in a sense, protect the many and sacrifice the few that was close to him. And I'm going to go with Itachi. I know.
Right. We're gonna wrap this up, man. We're wrapping this up. Like, I don't even feel like we're gonna wrap this up, man.
But he was the only one, and I'm like, I literally couldn't think of anybody else. I was like, I even have an inkling of agreeing with them. Like
having agreements with killing your like, bruh, like that's what we doing. We just talked about this like last episode.
I know. Well, no, it'll be at this point. It'll be a couple episodes.
Well, yeah, a couple episodes.
The Blue Lock tier list. If you haven't seen the Blue Lock tier list episode, we did a little conversation about who's the better brother, Ace or Itachi, or I guess technically the worst brother, Ace or Itachi. We agreed. We definitely agreed that Itachi was the worst brother. But as far as a villain, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying he did anything wrong. He was, from what he understood and what he was told and the information that he knew, he was protecting the whole. You know what I'm saying? The entirety of the village. The clan's a small part of the entirety of the whole village. You know what I'm saying? So
crazy. I'm fighting for my family. Like, I don't care. I'm fighting for my family. If it's 1,000 versus 20 and the 20 is my family, it's my family 100%.
We going to war.
Yes, my family 100%.
Yeah, bro. I like you said, I'm at a point in my life. I mean, I got a wife, 3 kids now. I got, but look, there ain't much else I ain't picking nothing else but them.
Yeah.
But them. So I'd probably more side with Eren in a sense, but Itachi was the first one that I could think of as far as I would side with. I can't really think of anybody else. Like, can you think of any other villain really that you would have sided with? Like, I'm trying to go to like my top anime. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I mean, technically,
if you want to go there, I think Madara didn't have like a bad sense of what he wanted to do. Again, I just think it was how he went about doing it. Like, dude wanted the peace of all of the ninja world. He just wanted people to sleep and like, hey, yo, I'm about to put y'all in this perfect dream and y'all just sleep. Like, let me take care of the rest. And I don't think that's necessarily like a bad goal. Again, it's just like you're giving up people's free will to let them do what they want to do.
You can't do that.
So like I don't think that's a bad idea, but again, like, you got to let people live like the way they want to live.
I actually just thought of one. Scar from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yeah, I mean, his whole purpose was like, bro, y'all folks came over here and tried to destroy, like, basically he wiped out my family. Y'all killed my family. I got this small little segment of my family left. People, and honestly, he don't even know them really. The small segment of people left. I'm wiping all y'all out. I'm coming for all the state alchemists. Coming for all y'all.
I mean, yeah, again, I think like a lot of villains, most villains are like not just villains for the sake of like just being mean,
Yeah,
evil, and like you have your like Friezas and your Dios who are just like, bro,
menaces.
they
Kid Buu.
just like right, they're menacing. Kid Buu, like people who are just like mean and evil just to be mean and evil. But for the most part, villains do have like an inkling to want to do well, but the way that they go about doing it makes them like a very evil person. We've just named three that is like I
Mm.
think Scar also belongs in that realm of like, yeah, you did me wrong, so I'm gonna do you wrong, but like he did mean the best for his people.
So what about? So then, does Dofi fit in that category too? Then
I was going to say Dofi,
I
but
don't.
Dofi is different,
Dofi,
man.
Dofi, like started because what Dofi was, Dofi does fit in that category in a sense. However, what he was trying to protect was like him being upper echelon above
And I
everybody
think
else,
that's what
and
it
that's what.
like boils
Yeah,
down to is
yeah,
that like we saw his backstory and like dude has no remorse for trampling
yeah,
over people. I don't care
yeah.
if you're like a good person. If you are beneath me, you are a slave,
Right. It
and that's
wasn't
just what it is.
exactly. It wasn't to like protect someone. It was to protect his status. Like he didn't care,
Right?
and at the end of the day, he didn't truly care about his family members. Like he really didn't. At the end of the day, if
No,
you got like he did to a sense, like as long as you were doing what I told you to do, I got you. But you also sacrificial pawns at the end of the day.
no. At the end of the day, like he would give them all. I believe he would give them all up to protect like what he really meant was dear to him. Um, But other than that, man,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a tough question. I would like legit have to think on that. Even like with Orochimaru, who has done like the most villainous of things,
Watch it now.
he's done a lot of villainous
I got
things.
you, but yeah, okay. What you about to say about Orochimaru?
But
Nah,
but
see, hold on, bro.
but you gonna let me finish?
I guess so. I'm nervous
All
I'm
right,
nervous to
great.
let you finish.
So Orochimaru has done like the most villainous of things. From I can't even like mention what he did without like probably getting stricken
Exactly.
down.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying.
but at the end of the day, what he really stood for was absolutely being a villain. I cannot
I'm like,
protect
bro,
Orochimaru.
what's wrong with you, bro? I hate when you do that. I think I said this in the Blue Lock episode. I hate when you do stuff like this.
I can't protect Orochimaru.
Ridiculous, bro. Absolutely
That man should be
ridiculous.
locked up.
No, for
That man
sure.
should be locked up.
Absolutely.
He's running around Boruto free as a
No,
jailbird.
how you like he just a normal citizen. Like he one of the guys,
Oh
you
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
nobody's
One of
coming
the
after him.
bros.
Yeah,
One of the
yeah, he's
bros
good
just
to go.
walking around. Bro, what? Absolutely not.
He just like made a like.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I can't protect
Weird.
that man.
That's weird to me.
But yeah, I honestly I would like to come back and revisit that question. I would really need to sit down and like look at all of the villain characters that we go through. Even nope, can't do that. Never mind.
Who you about to say?
I was gonna say Aizen, but Aizen was just a villain, man.
I'm saying
Like his
Aizen was just
villainy was for research,
yeah,
but like
exactly.
he was still like
Yeah, there was no good for that except for his own like curiosity. Like,
you about though. Okay, we can't talk about that yet. Okay, never
yeah, you
mind,
can't do
because
that.
not everybody's caught up on
The manga, yeah.
on the manga. Yeah.
But
So yeah, I would need to think about that a little bit more. But that's what I have. I think out of all of the ones that we would mention, I would go with Eren. I think Eren had one of the best reasons to do what he did, but the way that he went about doing it was absolutely incorrect. I think that there were better options, but to say like why he did what he did, I totally understand and could get behind.
mm.
Damn, excuse me. I am not an Eren fan either, man. I just want y'all
That's what I'm
to
saying.
know.
This is
I
shocking.
do not like Eren, man. I don't.
Shocking.
I think Eren is like a villain amongst villains. But like core Eren, like I get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
I get it.
Dang, man. Yeah, I literally can't think of it. Like I'm going even just going through my top 5, I'm like, I can't think of a really good villain that
Yeah, like I said, that's rough. Like I said, even Madara, I feel like is one of those ones who had a great idea, but the execution was
Yeah, because I know that like there's a lot of people out there who have like their favorite. I mean, like obviously we all got our favorite villains, but like people that they stand for. And like I don't even have one of those. So I'm like, it just this wasn't an easy question.
I have a favorite villain, but like dude is just like
A
evil.
menace.
Like he's a menace. Like so there is no redemption to him.
Yeah. Dang. Okay. Cool.
And by the way, it's a JoJo's villain, so
of course it is. Oh, so yeah, so Dio.
No, it's not. It's not Dio.
Who is it? Father Pucci?
No.
Who?
It's from part 4.
I don't remember the parts.
Kira Yoshikage.
Oh, Kira. Man, yeah, that man ain't. Bro, what? Kira is trash. I mean, he's a solid. He's a villain. He's a
solid villain.
Kira definitely made part 4 for sure. And I'm not a JoJo's fan at all, but Kira made part 4. 100%. But yeah, no, Kira is not a villain that you could like. You can't get behind Kira.
Right, you can't redeem him. Like, honestly, he's just a villain who wants to do what he does, kill the people that he wants to kill, and go about his everyday life doing what he normally would do.
Exactly.
You can't redeem that.
All right, real quick before we get into the main topic for the day, we were talking a little bit before we got on here about Ninja Kamui and about the fall off that is Ninja Kamui. It was before when Ninja Kamui came out, episode 1, episode 2, we talking what? Anime of the year. That's what the conversation was. Anime of the year. Yeah. Solo Level and Ninja Kamui is up there like that.
Even episode 3 was like not bad.
Even episode 3, like the beginning season episodes of this season were good. And I think honestly, I think it's just going to be one season based on how it ended.
Oh, it should be.
The fall off was crazy, bro. We went from absolute straight hands, amazing choreography, the graphics, graphics. The animation was like,
it was crisp.
And like, again, my dude catching needles getting thrown needles at him, like catching 3 needles, like what? And then we get to the introduction of basically the mechas, the Iron Man suit type things, which I didn't fully have an issue with. And they did, if you look at the description of the series, that is prefaced in there. So we did, if we read that, we would have known that. I didn't, but then I found out about it. So I'm like, you know what? I can't even be mad at that, right? Because
don't ever be mad at Demon Slayer when they preference the fact that like this movie was going to be that. I'm just saying.
Why we bring up Demon Slayer? We talk about Ninja Kamui.
I'm just saying. I just remember you had an issue because like a lot of people had issues because they didn't read the description of the fact that like this was going to be like pretty much a remake of a couple of things. But I'm just saying, like, people read the description. That's all I'm saying. Read the description. It'll help you out in the long run. Go ahead, Ninja Kamui.
Just call it a recap then. Don't call it a movie. Anyway.
Okay, so
nope.
so for Ninja Kamui,
Hold on. But that wasn't, they didn't tell us anything wrong. They told us what it was. Anyway.
Did Demon Slayer. Y'all just want to be naive.
Whatever, bro. The CGI took over, basically. The phenomenal animation died off in the action scenes. Bro, the last 2 major fights, basically the battle that was supposed to be the Naruto versus Sasuke type battle that happened was horrendous. Bro, horrendous. Then the final fight versus the actual bad guy, like this, they built this up this entire time of what's his name? Higan, the main character versus the chief of the ninjas, basically. That fight was supposed to be, bro, I was like, what are we doing? Like this slow paced CGI an Iron Man ninja fight. Like it wasn't bro, I was so disappointed. And I had heard, but I was like, I saw something, I don't remember if it was on Twitter or Instagram. I saw like, or threads, or whatever. It don't even matter what it was. I saw something like, what are y'all talking about? I'm like, I'm not even going to look because I'm not actively trying to catch up and watch it because I took a while to finally watch it. And I just finished it a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago. And I'm like, bro, what is this?
Yeah, two things. One, like, why did y'all splurge y'all's biggest budget?
That's exactly
on the first 3 episodes. Because y'all really splurged. Y'all brought us in, and did y'all really think, as fickle as we are? I'm sorry, anime watchers can be very fickle. Bro. Y'all really thought that those 3 episodes was going to keep us for the long-term haul, number one. Number two, if you have seen Berserk, I think it's 2013, 2014, to where the CGI was horrendous. That is what y'all gave us. Y'all gave us 9 years ago of CGI.
I still haven't
It
watched it.
was so bad. Like I told Joe that I'm going to pick it up and watch it, but I have seen scenes and I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
Like the story's not even that. Like the story's not anything crazy. Like it's not right. Ninjas defect. Boom, boom, boom. Fight back and forth. Like kind of, you know, there's nothing crazy. And I know I didn't even say nothing about what the story actually was right there. The story's nothing crazy, right? It's a Demon Slayer type story. It's pretty basic, right? But what happened is they didn't carry through like Demon Slayer did on their animation. Right, so there you go, P. I'm giving Demon Slayer some props.
You're doing what you normally do with Demon Slayer in animation. Like I'm not gonna say you're not gonna sit up here and play in my face like you're doing me a favor.
But bro, like
you're not.
What y'all caught everyone's attention with? What got us hooked in the first place? What
you didn't keep that through.
Was the fighting and the choreography and how the animation looked for that. Y'all said, we're gonna throw everything into this first few fights and then the rest is just it.
We went to guys catching needles in their mouth to legit. No pause. Keep going. We legit saw dudes catching needles in their mouths to legit like 2012 CGI. Because I felt like that CGI was so like past tense. Like it wasn't even like new CGI. If you look at like shows like even Blue Lock, to go watch a couple of previous episodes back. Like even though they did CGI a lot better. Like what Ninja Kamui did is they did CGI like if you ever saw Zoids. Like that's like the CGI
that's
that we got.
That's so crazy that you just said that.
That's the CGI that we got. Bro. Like we got 2009 CGI.
No,
it was horrible.
Yeah,
it was really bad.
I'm with you on that. I hate the CGI in Blue Lock. I understand the CGI in Blue Lock. I get it. It's the CGI is used in transition plays when we're showing the entirety of the field. Like I get it. I'm not mad at it. I wish it wasn't a thing, but I'm not mad at it. I understand it. This CGI, I don't understand it.
I know, like I said, the CGI was just so like really old fashioned. It was so back in the day. Like I said, like that was like legit early 2000s, mid 2000s CGI. Like it wasn't good. And again, if you're going to give us just like a decent storyline, which again, you really did pack action in the first like 2 or 3 episodes, but if you're going to give us a decent storyline, like at least give us decent animation throughout. Again, I'll harken back to Demon Slayer. Do I think Demon Slayer has like the best story? Absolutely not. It doesn't.
It's the first
but
time
what Demon Slayer does, it doesn't have the best story. Like I agree. I think that there are stories that are better. I also agree, or I also think that even though Demon Slayer doesn't have the best story, and I agree, animation does a really good job with Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer also has like a lot of nuance. I didn't get any nuance from Ninja Kamui. It was just like what you see is what you get. There was like really nothing amazing about it. There was nothing. So if you're going to keep me interested, like the least you could do is make sure that the animation is good.
Yeah.
You sucked us in. Now that's a pause. You sucked us in for 2 to 3 episodes to where the animation was like legit amazing. And then after that, you was like, all right, I think I got my audience. Like you played us for suckers. We are not suckers. And
I mean you saying all kinds of things right now.
Oh, suckers. Yeah, that's crazy. We're going to have to pause this throughout. But no, like I said, again,
yeah. No, they know what they did. They know what they did. I'm like, again, I don't hate the show. I still enjoyed the show. The animation fall off definitely killed it a little bit towards the end. And it's my honest opinion about it.
Just I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even like see it, but I saw on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, there was like, hey, yo, I'm finna drop Ninja Kamui. And I was like, what? Yeah. But the last 3 episodes was fire. And I started digging. I was like, oh, this is, I don't want to say trash because I want to be positive, but geez, Ninja Kamui dropped the ball. I feel like it could have been something really special and it will no longer be that.
All right, y'all. Sorry for that little rant we just went on about Ninja Kamui, but it had to be said. Unfortunately, it just had to be said. So to the main topic at hand today, we have some anime hot takes from you guys, from the community. If you're following us on Instagram, you would have saw my story. Well, not my story, but the podcast story, as well as Preston's story, asking you guys from some of your best anime hot takes. And so we have a nice extensive list of them here. We will try to get through as many as we possibly can. But y'all had some crazy stuff to say. Like yeah, bro. Y'all, some of them I'm like, yeah, I'm with y'all. Some of y'all tripping, bro. Like
I be wanting to have so much faith in y'all, man. Y'all be now. Some of them, don't get me wrong. This first one that we about to discuss.
Hey, first of all, chill. We're not even gonna do that. P, you ride along with these folks. Like this first one, you ride along with these crazy nonsense.
Yeah, but the rest though, like, bro.
P, there's
again. I am very sensible.
I'm
very sensible.
We gonna see.
Now, this first one I agree with, but
the fact that you agree with this first one,
I don't agree.
Here we go.
I don't like this word.
Here's the first one, y'all. Hunter is mid. That's okay, the first hot take.
Stop. So let me just preference. I don't think Hunter is mid, because for me, mid is 5 out of 10. Like, it is legit middle of the road. I have never in my life given Hunter a 5 out of 10. Do I call it mid every now and again? Of course I do. Actually, I call it high mid. I call it high mid. I don't even call it mid. I call it high mid. But I think it's a very decent to good anime. I give it a 7 out of 10. That is not a bad score for an anime. It's not. We're not gonna spend
here long. Anything else you have to say about this hot take, P, before I say my small bit, and then we move on?
I mean, because I don't know if we've said like why I think this is the case.
Yes, no, we have. Season 1, we said it. In season 1 of Life on the Podcast, we said it twice.
Yeah, we have. So I just want to make sure
you and Blaze talked about it. Okay,
yeah.
Seen that? Go here. You go. Go check that out.
I just want to make sure people understand where I come from, and that's legit. Is just that I think that there are 9 arcs in freaking Hunter, and out of the 9 arcs, 2 are really good, and 1 is decent, and the rest are just okay. If you're going to judge a anime that has 9 freaking arcs, and you're going to put it at a 9 or a 10, that means that every arc has to slam. Every arc in Demon Slayer, not Demon Slayer, every arc in Hunter.
No, you're right. Every arc in Demon Slayer is not that. But right,
actually, they're better than Hunter.
Man,
every
get
arc,
the hell up out of here, bro.
Every arc in Hunter does not slam. It doesn't.
Do you have Demon Slayer above Hunter, P?
Do we want to talk about that?
P, there's no way in God's green earth that you got Demon Slayer above Hunter.
If I am comparing arcs to arcs,
the entirety of the series, P, I'll let you include manga. I'll let you include the manga of Demon Slayer.
No. I will go with just anime.
Anime. You got Demon Slayer over Hunter?
Demon Slayer arcs are better than Hunter, in my opinion.
There is no way, P. There's no way. Got my lights all turned off.
Yeah. Again, way, bro. I think nostalgia kills it for y'all.
No. Okay. Yu Hakusho? We want to do that? Shmeem?
Okay, so again, no, because Shmeem is, first of all, he went crazy.
You want to do that?
Man off his rocker.
Shmeem?
Okay, so let's be for real. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. The Hunter exam, is that better than the first
yes.
The Hunter exam was not good.
Then Tanjiro dealing with some ghosts of some former students and slicing
the Hunter exam. Yep, and we got the exam was not that great. If we want to do the Entertainment District arc to Greed Island, you're going Greed Island over Entertainment District arc? Really?
Yes.
crazy. You're going Heaven's Arena over the one that the Swordsmith arc,
bro. Yeah.
See, I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I think Demon Slayer has really good. I think Demon Slayer has 3 good arcs.
All right,
that's York New, Chimera Ant, and Heaven's Arena.
Ant arc is good. Mr. Stairs, Mr. Too Much Dialogue. Now
it is, but I still think that the story is good. It still is a lot. There is a lot of issues with the freaking Chimera Ant arc. Again, see, I think that is the difference. Is that you guys
I'm
not like to pick.
I'm not saying
you guys don't like. You guys don't like to pick flaws. Like I get it. This is something that we will never agree on. This is something that.
Go ahead, Pete. Finish, bro.
No, again, this is just something that we will never, ever agree on. Again, do I like Hunter? Yes, I do like Hunter. I just think that a lot of the arcs are just very blasé. That's it. 9 arcs, 3 are okay. Not okay, excuse me. 2 are good. 2 are great. 1 is good. Actually, 1 is great. 2 are good. But selection arc. Blase.
Yeah, so no. Selection arc is
Greed Island.
Bro, what?
For me, very it was okay. It was mediocre. The Hunter exams, very mediocre to me. Like it wasn't that great.
Zolik family arc. I
don't think that's like a real family. I don't think they include that as like an actual arc.
It has to be though.
But it was a good arc. It was good. Does it hold in the rafters of like a York New? No.
Are you done?
You got it.
I ain't got nothing to say, y'all. I ain't got nothing to say. Hunter's number 3 in my top.
And that's why. Because I've done this. Because that's why. But I'm saying that is why. Like you have that in your top 3. I don't think. Again, I have a lot of things in my top. Not a lot of things, but I have things in my top 3. JoJo's is in my top 5. But I know that there are things wrong with JoJo. I think that there are things wrong with Yu. I think that there are things wrong with One Piece. And those are my ones. I think, well, Parasite is actually pretty good. I don't know if I can put anything wrong with Parasite. But like the anime that I've named, like there are issues that like I can absolutely like point to and say there are absolutely issues, but it's still in my top 3. I don't think a lot of Hunter fans can say like there are a lot of issues, but I still have it in my top. There are issues with Hunter, and nobody ever wants to point those out. I just point those out, and people get upset with me.
Even when we did the episode with Jared and Rob, talking about perfect anime, did I say Hunter was perfect? No, I didn't.
Yeah, but you never pointed out any flaws.
I did. I also was more mediating that whole conversation rather than being the one giving my opinion. I did, and actually, I did. I don't know if I pointed out specific flaws. I don't remember if I pointed out specific flaws or not.
You didn't.
It don't matter, bro. It really don't matter. Hunter's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but it ain't 7 out of 10. Anyway,
that's not even a bad score though.
Real quick. I am now taking applications for a new co-host, so if anyone wants to sign up for that, please DM me.
Joe's been wanting to get rid of me for a minute, so it's all good.
I mean,
understood.
You know, whoever can have some decent takes and not say some nonsense like 7 out of 10 for Hunter.
And that's why he froze.
Hit my line, and we'll talk business. So, P, I love you, bro. But yeah, that
it is what it is.
Boy, oh boy.
Joe wants a new co-host, you guys. So go ahead and apply.
You my dog, P. I love you, bro. But that's some nonsense. Number 2 on the hot take list. We get away from this Hunter nonsense. JoJo's is trash. I'm gonna go first. JoJo's ain't trash. Am I a JoJo stan? Am I a JoJo's like fan like that? No, I'm not. I was if you had asked me this question, if you had said this hot take about 2 years ago, I'd probably be like, yeah, absolutely. Then I finally watched JoJo's in its entirety all the way to part 6. Jolene is part 6, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I watched all of Jolene, all the way up to Jolene. Part 1 and 2 were hard for your boy, real hard. because part 3 is where the stands get introduced, right? If I'm remembering correctly, part 3 is where stands. So like once the stands got introduced, it started to get better for me. Hamon was for me. That was the hardest part to get through because I tried to watch JoJo's like 4 or 5 times. I think 4 times before the 4th time is when I like actually watched it. Because even my wife was like, "Why are you watching this show? I've heard you say so much stuff about it." I'm like, it's kind of gotten better. It's still weird as heck. And I will say JoJo fans are probably one of the best fan bases out there. Y'all not toxic. Y'all really not. Like y'all some diehards for your show and y'all let it known, but y'all like y'all ain't got no beef with nobody really. So I respect that. I will give y'all that credit. So kudos to JoJo fans. But nah, bro, power system wise stands are dope power system. The connection between the stands and the user. The art style is dope. The drip throughout JoJo's is dope. I even think the characters are amazing. Like we talked earlier, like Akira was a dope villain. Like phenomenal villain. They got some good villains. Not every villain is great, Akira, but they got some good villains. They got Dio, who's a straight up menace. I remember correctly, Jonathan is Jolene's dad, right?
Yep.
Okay, Jonathan's my favorite JoJo. I really like Jonathan because Joseph is his grandfather.
Yeah.
I don't think JoJo's is trash. I'm not a diehard JoJo's fan, and again, I would have probably said this before. But JoJo does a lot of things really well. I think it's just really weird. Again, it's in the name, bizarre, and I don't think that like hits with me very much. It's not my that's not my cup of tea. But I definitely can't hop on the bandwagon of JoJo's being trash. I'm sorry.
I agree. I don't. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I know that might have shocked you a little bit, P. I'm sorry, but
no, I don't think that shocked me. I don't think. I mean, I remember when you said JoJo's was not for you, but I don't ever remember you saying like. Well, actually, I do say.
Yeah, I used to be like, yeah, I know. I used to say JoJo's was trash. Like I said, 2 years ago, I would have agreed.
I think JoJo's is a very good. I think it's in my top 5. I think it's a very good anime. I love the stands.
Top 5, I don't know about.
I think that the power system is really good. I think JoJo's part 1 and part 2 are really good. I think we get some really interesting characters, especially in part 2. We get to see Dio in part 1 to where like why is he this menace? Why the way he is? Why he's the way that he is? We get to see that. We also get to see Gojo.
Who?
No, I was about to say Gojo. Like,
no. I'm just reacting off you. You're good.
We also got to like see in season 2. We got to see Caesar. We got to see Speedwagon. Like, we got to see a lot of these guys who like we see memes about. But we actually get to see them in person what they're like. Part 3, we get introduced to stands, which I really like Hamon in part 2. And even in part 3, it's still like introduced and used. But part 3, we get stands. I think stands are absolutely, again, one of the better power systems in my opinion. We also get to understand like why stands are the way that they are. Part 3, part 4, part 5 a little bit more. But why stands the way that they are? Why do they adapt the way that they do to each particular person? Part 4 is by far my favorite. We get one of the best villains that is introduced in JoJo's, which is Kira Yoshikage. Part 5 is great. We get Journo. You get the piano. Like, so we get all of that. Part 6, we get Jolene. I think it is a very solid story. Am I saying that it is like one of the best? Absolutely not. Okay. But again, I don't see too many flaws in JoJo, and I think that's like for me. Like, I get that it's bizarre. I get that like people don't like the dressing, the character, like I get it.
The character I rock with. That will say that's what like it's okay, weird. Cool. It's weird, but I honestly think I wish I could pull off some JoJo's type fits. You know what I'm saying? Like the character design, the drip of JoJo's. I think I even said that before. Like I rock with it. Definitely rock with it.
Yeah, so I don't see too many flaws in JoJo. And maybe my bias is kicking in. I haven't looked for flaws in JoJo's. I have
Can
not.
I point one out?
Sure.
You know how you talk about Nin, right? Like how it's very explained in the what was it, 7? 1, 2, there's the 6 categories of Nin. I think it's 6, right? And how like they were very detailed when they first like introduced like the whole Nin system, and then they kind of like got away with that in the Chimera Ant arc. I feel like JoJo's does that. I feel like
in what aspect?
In the stands aspect. Like I feel like stands have this ability, like this is the stands ability, and all of a sudden I feel like just to make something crazy happen. I think that's one thing I don't like about, like, obviously JoJo's is bizarre and it does a lot of crazy things, and that's what it does do that well sometimes. But I do think there are a lot of times where like stuff just don't make sense. Like Stan's abilities or Stan's, and I can't pull up I don't remember Stan's names and all this stuff. Like I know there's some OP Stans, right? Like was it Requiem and all this stuff, like Star Platinum are really OP Stans or whatever. But I feel like there are times where like, since when can that stand do this? Like, that's not what we were told the stand could do, and all of a sudden it did something like way left field. When could it do that? And I know that's like part of maybe that's part of the bizarre, crazy aspect of JoJo's, but I feel like if you have a power system and this is the guidelines of the power, like, and not that JoJo's is boxed in, because JoJo's stands are all over the place. So that's not what I'm saying, but I feel like you define a stand's ability, and then all of a sudden it has like, not that like it got a power up, because again, like Requiem was like a power up for, I forgot, again, I don't remember the stands and like exactly what they do, right? But like Jonathan gets eventually stopped time, right? Like that wasn't the thing that happened at the beginning, but it was eventually explained like his ability evolved and adapted. It's like we're in a situation and all of a sudden just something happens and a stand, like y'all should be dead, but all of a sudden your stand did this crazy nonsense thing that like we didn't get an explanation on why or how, and it wasn't part of the original stand ability, and we don't ever see it again. Y'all just like pulling something out your butt.
But we saw that again, like even with Jonathan, like he has like the world again. He has like, because Dio has the world, but like now Jonathan has like the world like times 1 or 2. Like he can do a little bit different. But I think that's like with any power system, is like they always evolve. Even if you go with Goku, like when Goku was like in Ultra Instinct, it was like, what is this dude doing? Like we don't know too many things outside of like him being a Super Saiyan or him being Super Saiyan Blue, but all of a sudden like he has evolved into doing something that is like 100% new to everybody except for like the people that are in on it. I feel like that's the same way with like power systems. Even with Luffy, like who in a million years thought that he was going to be Pirate Jesus? Like that is not what his devil fruit was going to be. But now he's Pirate Jesus. And maybe like I feel like that's just how it is, with especially with like shonen, and like that's just how power systems develop.
And maybe I'm not doing a good job of explaining what I'm trying to say, because it's not the power upgrade, it's not the power evolution, right? It's not the all of a sudden, you know, Goku was Super Saiyan 3 and all of a sudden we're all the way to Ultra Instinct. Like it's not that build up of like he's powering up even more. It's like, it's almost in a sense like a plot armor kind of thing, but it's not plot armor either. And I don't really know how to explain it. I don't, and again, I'm not doing a good job of explaining it, but it's like, it's literally just a one instance kind of thing. It's not like this is now a new power and this carries out throughout the rest of the series with the season or arc with this person. It's like, this one instance for these next 5 seconds, all of a sudden this stand did this crazy thing that should not have been able to do or has never been done before. And it's not like it's an upgrade to their power or an evolution of the power. It's just literally, again, this one instance. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. It's not,
I guess I would like to know, like
typical shonen. I'd have to go back and watch and be like, this part right here, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. JoJo's not a rewatchable show for your boy.
Oh, what? JoJo's is absolutely rewatchable for me.
Maybe part 7 will have something whenever that gets animated, and I maybe pull that up.
Maybe you're thinking about like Journo. Like I know he did have his 1 point where he upgraded to Requiem, and we were like, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he did keep that. Yeah. But he did keep, like, he did kind of like keep that form. So like.
Yeah, I'd have to pull up at a specific instance, I think, to make it make sense. And I don't have, JoJo's ain't like that for me to just have that in my noggin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that.
So, all right, cool. Next anime hot take, which I'll say it first and then kind of, Deku is the most relatable MC in anime. Most relatable? I don't know about that per se. being a very relatable character, MC, I could definitely see that. I feel like
I think he's one of the most.
Yeah, I definitely think he's up there. Again, he's a very relatable person to probably a lot of many people, especially lately, right? Like, going through, going from this point of not having something and wanting something and chasing after a dream, finally having that something happened to you. Now you're evolving in that sense. I think the most relatable part of Deku lately is, and I can agree with, I'm sure you probably can very much agree with this as well, P, is like vigilante Deku, right? Like him setting out on his own, him not wanting to burden his teammates, his classmates, and his teachers with what he's having to deal with, and just taking the world basically on his shoulders rather than allowing the others around him to help him. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah. I think that part of Deku is definitely very, very relatable. P, I don't know if you have anything.
No, I even think part one is very relatable. Sometimes things don't go our way. We look at Deku, who like 80% of the world has a quirk, and we have Deku, which again, like this, we're not into the story, so we don't know like what went on. But like for right now, we know that 80% of the population has a quirk, and Deku is of the 20% that does not have a quirk.
Yeah.
And I just think that sometimes like we think that things should go our way, or we think that things are supposed to be given to us, and they aren't. And we have to work for it. And we have to, even though he didn't have a quirk, even though, people like belittled him, didn't think he was going to be anything, like he still worked his tail off. He still said, hey, yo, I'm still going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to get this done, but like, I got to believe that I'm going to get this done. And sooner or later, like luck, blessings, whatever you call it, like comes his way, and he's able to live out his dream. I think that is like very relatable to a lot of people, to where again, things don't always go our way. Sometimes we have to work our tail off, even sometimes when we do not see it, when we cannot see it, when we can't see the forest because of the tree, like we can't see the entire forest. But at the end of the day, like it still happens for us. You don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen, but you're trusting and believing that it's going to happen, and eventually it does happen. I think that is like one of the most relatable parts of Deku, is that he's human. Like things were not awarded to him. Things were not afforded to him. He had to work for it, even when he didn't have it.
To start, he kind of got a lot. Once he
he got a lot, but you have to understand.
Yeah, he still had to work to control it and earn it. But
not even. I'm not even talking about when he got it. I'm talking about the work ethic that he had before he got it.
For sure.
He still like had a notebook saying like, these are the strengths, these are the weaknesses, this is who I study, this is like how I can get over on people. Like even before he prepared for the quirk that he was going to receive, he was in preparation to know that, hey, yo, something is about to happen, and I need to be prepared for what is about to happen. Yeah. I just think that is very, like a very humanistic quality of Deku. Now, is he the most relatable? No. Is he one of the most relatable?
Yeah.
I'll give that to him.
No, yeah, Deku's definitely up there. For sure up there. Absolutely. Pause.
And by the way, don't do the daggone piano thing.
It seemed like he was going there, so I was like, "Let me go ahead."
I was, and I saw you, and that's why like I reeled it back in.
P, I love it, especially you ain't giving no anime impact today. You know what I'm saying? Next anime hot take we have is that Light Yagami should have won. Obviously, if you've seen Death Note, you know that at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure he got
pieced up by guns. Yeah, he got pieced up.
Yeah, he got pieced up. I think it would have made. I think I would have liked that ending better, to be honest with you. Like getting away with it, than him ending that way. I think it was cool as far as like for the Shinigami, the Ryuk, basically, like to be there and laugh and like see like he kind of warned him in the beginning.
No, he warned him, yeah.
And so to see that kind of play out was cool. But I honestly think it'd have been a better, in my opinion, would have been a better ending if Light did win. And even kind of the reverse of it, like he told like Ryuk warned you, and he's like, I'm good, don't worry about it. And all at the end of the day, he's like, see, I got away with everything. We're good at the end of the day. So that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think part one set him up to like be in the winner circle. I think once he defeated L, I wish they just would have kept that up as far as like him like continuing to win,
Yeah,
even against what is the guy's name? Neil? Like
I don't even remember.
I forgot the guy's name. But like I wish he would have continued that winning streak and then he would have won and then he actually would have became the god of that world. Like I would have loved to see how that would have played out. So yeah, I agree. I 100 even from a logical standpoint, I think Light should have won.
Yeah.
Because again, after he beat L, like I don't think anybody could top L. Yeah, I don't think anybody else could have topped L.
For sure. For sure. Next we have
this was V's question.
This is our boy Vito. Like I apologize. Didn't write down everybody's names. I do remember a couple people specifically, and this is from one of our boys. Shout out V. But
shout out V. I'm sorry, I just thought about what we talked about today.
V, if you see this, you'll know what I texted you about the other day. But anyway. He said sub rarely is actually better than dub. They just talk loud and fast and people think it's passion. And passion is in quotes, so passion. V, I'm sorry, bro. I will say this. Dub is not bad, right? I think dub from the past, in the 90s, early 2000s got a bad rap, right? Which is crazy because some of my favorite dubs are from that from that time period, yeah. Right? So Yu Yu Hakusho, one of my favorite dubs. Full Metal Brotherhood, one of my favorite dubs. 90s anime, you know what I'm saying?
Inuyasha, very good dub.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think there's a lot of dub though out there at that time that didn't do well, right? That didn't match the level of the sub version of the anime. I think it's gotten a lot better now. And so I can see where V is going with that. I will still say though, not that I think we talked about this before with our Q&A episode. And I brought up Alex for Solo Leveling, the English voice actor for Sung Jin-woo. Excuse me. He does a phenomenal job. And there are other voice actors that also do a phenomenal job. He's just one that comes to the forefront of my mind. Been following him a little bit lately after finding him about Sung Jin-woo. He did Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. He's done so many people. I found him like, oh, you've been in this for a minute. He's done someone for Persona 3. He's done some video games. His resume is ridiculous. And I actually watched a Trash Taste episode with him on there and found out his story. Crazy story how he got into voice acting. But I will back V up a little bit with saying that dub is not anywhere near as bad as people have it nowadays. I personally is still a sub first guy, but I am however I hear it first is how I watch it anime guy. And I think I need to start watching more dub because it would allow me to watch anime more often. It would allow me to watch anime while I'm doing something. I know P is a very big watch anime while I'm at work kind of guy. So I don't
be doing no work.
But I'm a big sub guy, so I have to obviously pay attention. And I honestly, for me, watching sub, I like having to sit there and pay attention for whatever reason. Like it's something for me to I'm big on I'm watching anime, so I'm watching anime. You know what I'm saying? But there are a couple shows that I do like to put in the background that are dub. And watch those as well. So that's my opinion on it. I see where V's coming from, and I know V's a very big dub over sub guy, but yeah. Love you, V.
So V, here's the thing. I have actually been watching a lot more dub than sub.
He has, which is when I found out this out, I was surprised.
I've been watching a lot more dub. Again, it's easier for me to watch. I don't have a lot of time to where I can just sit down and watch sub and be able to read it and do all of that good stuff. I honestly consume most of my anime while I'm at work. And so I don't have time to look down at my phone and read the subtitles. So I watch a lot of things in dub. Now, what I will say is that dub has gotten, like Joe said, has gotten a lot better than what it used to be. But V, the fact that you set up here and you put passion in quotation marks is crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Passion.
Be for real, V. And we've talked about this before. Attack on Titan sub is way way better than Attack on Titans. And I've listened to, and again, I've listened to both. And again, Joe knows that like I will go back and listen to sub and dub.
Yeah,
and quite frankly, sub is better than dub in most occasions.
I think V even liked Irwin's speech better in dub than in sub. I'm like, bro, it hits different. So different, bro, in sub.
Boy,
bro. Really
I wanted to get on a horse and charge into
not that.
Yo, when he was speaking, I was like, "Where's my damn horse at?" Because I want to charge in like. So I say that to say, like, sometimes yes, I do believe dub is better in some instances, but overall, sub is by far better. I won't say by far better. It's better to me. I'm looking at Kaiju number 8, and I've seen it in both. Kaiju number 8 dub for me right now.
Yeah. It's good.
Better than sub.
I mean, I don't have the time to watch both. So when I'm watching, I'm pretty much watching in sub. I will say a show that's not new, but a new season just dropped. Reincarnated as a Slime. I know we talked about it a little bit. I'm a fan of the dub.
The dub kills.
I think the reason I'm a fan of dub, again, is because I first watched it in dub. And so that's how, in my head, that's how I got stuck, right? So I enjoy, like, I think Rimuru's voice actor, don't know who it is, does a phenomenal job. I like some of the other characters that also, I think, honestly, there wasn't really a character that I didn't like. P, I know you had one that you kind of...
Yeah, Valdora just be killing me sometimes, man.
But I enjoy it, and I think me and Pete talked about this before. I think it's more the
character. We talked about it last night.
Oh yeah, last night we were supposed to record this last night, and Riverside, what we used to record, was having some technical issues, so we had to push it back a day. By the way, it is May 11th for anyone watching that wants to know when this was. So, I think Valdora does a fine job. I think that's more of a character thing than a voice actor thing.
I have an issue with the character. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, so, but yeah, V. Sorry, bro. I think me and Pete both would agree. We prefer dub over sub. Sub over dub. Sorry, sub over dub. I do that way too much, bro. I mix them up way too much. But prefer sub over dub. But definitely can enjoy a good dub. Have no issues with dub at all. I'm not a purist in that sense. So cool. Whew. Pete, this is about to be a long episode, my boy.
Yeah, it is legit. We're
at an hour, and we're at take number 6. We got 30.
I mean, we might have to do take 15 and call it a day.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think this is gonna be a fun one, though. I'm so far really enjoying this. So, all right. Next take, hot take number 6. And I think this is also V. And this I might have agreed on if I had finished it because I dropped it at what he's talking about. Yeah, I dropped it, bro. I didn't. Yeah, I still
ended up watching it.
Yeah, I heard all the nonsense. Like, yep, I'm good. I didn't love it that much to keep going. But his hot take was, had they not changed studios, 7 Deadly Sins was on its way to become top tier shonen. I thought it. From what I saw, and I don't remember what season it was. I don't know if it was season 3.
Season 3 dropped.
I watched the first 2 seasons, and I really enjoyed the first 2 seasons. Meliodas got some stuff going on with him. Bond, there was a little, However, as a show, as a whole in its entirety, I did really enjoy 7 Deadly Sins. I thought the animation was good enough. Like it's nothing spectacular, but it wasn't horrible animation. But I did see the nonsense that took place in season 3 when they switched studios. I don't know what studios. I remember what studios it was.
So I looked it up. So A1 Pictures handled 7 Deadly Sins initially, and it was picked up by decent, bro. Yeah, and then it was picked up by Studio Dean.
What else has Studio Dean done? I'm bad with.
I didn't get a chance to look up what Studio Dean did.
Okay.
But what I will say, those first 2, first of all, like Joe said, Meliodas has issues. Bond has issues. Like, we can get those out of the way. There's some like really weirdo stuff going on. But as far as story, I think 7 Deadly Sins had something that was really special. But that daggone animation that Studio Dean did, one of the biggest fights that we were waiting on. Because I was reading like the manga before like I started the anime, and one of the biggest fight scenes that we were waiting on was Meliodas versus Escanor. And when I tell you they dropped the ball so hard on that fight, it was so bad. Not only was the fight bad, the animation was bad, the choreography was bad. And I think after that, everybody was like, I'm done. But I will say, it started out Seven Deadly Sins, I agree, was supposed to be like one of them ones that we were supposed to talk about. But after that third season, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it at that third season, just not in the way that we should have been talking about it,
100%.
basically. By the way, Studio Dean did Rurouni Kenshin. I don't know if it's still doing Konosuba, but Konosuba's up here. It did the original Fate Stay Night, so the original one, and then obviously Fate Stay got a remake. It did Fruits Basket, and it did Log Horizon 2.
Yo, what happened?
I don't know, because all of those I have no issue with any of those.
Like, right? What is going on?
It's done a lot. It's done a lot more, obviously, but those are the ones that that I've seen or known, and that are pretty mainstream ones. So like, I really like Log Horizon 2. Season 2, I think the first season was better, but that's just me. So there we go.
But yeah, no, I agree with that hot take. Like I think that it should have been something special, and because it's Switch Studios, dropped the ball.
Yeah. All right, this next hot take is coming from our one and only friend Mel. Mel! Come on. And I kind of I think I have an answer to what your issue is, Mel, but we'll get to it. So our next hot take again comes from Mel, and she said, I don't understand Cowboy Bebop's hype. It's really boring and can't tell a story. Mel, I think what your issue with Cowboy Bebop is that Cowboy Bebop isn't a straight story, right? From the beginning
it's a very episodic episode.
Yeah, it's
episodic
series. Yeah, each episode is telling its own story. There is like a gradual story throughout.
Yeah.
However, for the majority of the series, each episode is its own kind of thing, and we do pick up characters on the way. But it's not a straight story.
Yeah.
So I think that's Mel's really issue with it, and I don't know if Mel knew that going in about Cowboy Bebop. Maybe she did, and maybe she's still just like, it still just boring. I personally do enjoy Cowboy Bebop. I'm not one of the ones that like put it up here like that. I do think it's still a really good show, and I did enjoy each different story being told, because I think it then focuses a lot on the characters as individuals rather than the characters are the focus of the story of the series rather than the whole story and the progression of the story being the focus of the series. And for me, it's different, and I did enjoy that. So, but I also can understand Mel having that opinion or anyone else having that opinion. However, I don't have that opinion.
Yeah, no, I at one point in time, Mel, I would have agreed with you when I first watched Cowboy Bebop, which was like earlier on. I was like, what is this? Every episode is different. I don't know what's going on. And then I had to watch it a second time. And I learned that they're very episodic episodes, but there is an overarching theme within all of these episodes, which again, it's still it's okay. I also give just a little bit of leniency because it was still very early 90s anime. So I still try to give a little bit of leniency, and that's probably my nostalgia, kicking my ass because that's just what it is. It's Cowboy Bebop. But at one point in time, I did agree with you, but I do agree there is I agree with Joe. There is an overall story that is being told. But with each episode, you pick up characters, you get more so of the character development, what they're all about. And then I think the storyline honestly comes last out of all of what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, sorry, Mel.
Mel, that hurt, man.
Yeah, that hurt. This one hurts. I don't remember who this was from, but y'all tripping. Y'all tripping heavy on this one. Heavy. I don't even know if I want to talk about it because we done said our piece on this show. But the next hot take is Frieren is overhyped and boring. I don't know what show you were watching. I'm not quite sure. My guy, my girl. But overhyped and boring is I may give you overhyped. I may allow you to have that part of it.
No.
I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying because everyone. I'm based off of chill.
What is overhyped? No, but no.
Oh,
Because
let me go. Let me
sure.
go. Let me go. And P gonna come throw this back at me. I know he is. I'm gonna be ready for it. He gonna take a shot at me like him and Shonen did and Tracy did, whatever. Do I think it should be ranked that high, much higher than Full Alchemist Brotherhood? Absolutely not. So in that sense, I will give you overhyped, but I don't truly think it's an overhyped show. P, I even said it's
you just said an oxymoron.
No,
like you just said that I don't like it. No, I'm sorry.
I'm kind of contradicting myself. P, it's top 5. It's like I wouldn't put it in my top 5. I might have it top 10, top 15. I love Frieren, bro. And I think their issue with it, again, the overhypeness, I'll give you that in like this much of that. Because again, I don't think it should be 0.3, 0.4 points above Full Alchemist Brotherhood. Definitely not. I wouldn't be mad at someone having it above Full Alchemist Brotherhood. I'm not going that far. I'm not one of them ones about to go on MAL and downvote it 1,000 times to get it back underneath. I'm not that guy. Okay, P? Okay, Rob? Okay, Tracy? However, it is for sure not a boring show. It is like Jared was saying, it's a slower paced show. Not poorly paced, but a slower paced show. Again, we talked about this. Frieren is the story after we beat the big bad wolf, right? It's not leading up to the big bad wolf. It's not the journey like we got a big old mission to achieve and we got to get stronger and crazy things are happening up until fighting the big bad wolf. It's the calm after the storm. And not necessarily fully the calm, because there are some intense dope fights in there. So I don't know if you watched all of Frieren. I'm not sure if you finished it. And maybe you did, whoever said this. And I can't wait for season 2 of Frieren. I'm on the verge of picking up the manga of Frieren because it ain't boring. This show is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Characters phenomenal. Story phenomenal. Animation phenomenal. I don't know what show you were watching. Go ahead, P.
Okay, so I have like just a couple of grievances.
With me,
no. Well, a little bit with you, but I'll go with the take first.
What I do, P?
First of all, I don't think we're used to like an anime like starting after. Am I blurry? Why do I look blurry? Okay, it's better. I don't think that we are used to like an anime starting after after the big battles, after the big baddies have been fought, like after everything has been said and done. Now I'm finna pick up my life and go on. I don't think we're used to that. Number one,
right?
There are a couple of anime that do it, but not enough to where like we will be used to it.
I don't think this type of anime is mainstream. I don't think it's as popular. Like I think this is more the
but it has to be if it has gotten over Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Right. I think Frieren is the outlier in this group, right? I think there are a bunch of anime, not necessarily post beat the
There's
big
not a lot.
But I think I'm saying as far as slower paced shows, I think there are more slower paced shows. I think they're just like not necessarily I don't want to say underground, but they're not up in your face. I agree.
What I'm saying is that like most anime and I'll fall back to that, but like most animes that we know, we get to see it in real time, like what is actually happening. For Frieren, we get to see what happens like after everything is said and done, and how like she goes about her journey, and like first of all, character development is like absolutely like phenomenal in this anime. But number one, I just want to talk about the word overhyped.
Do not bring up the show that I call overhyped. I don't want to have that conversation. Don't bring that show up.
But if we go there, we will.
I'm not going there.
Overhyped means something that is better than what it really is. Like that is the definition of overhyped. Now, I'm sorry. If you really think Frieren is better than what you think, like I take up issues with that, because again, there are things that I think that are way overhyped than like, or what you say overhyped than a Frieren. Naruto, way overhyped.
Of course, we go to Naruto every time.
Demon Slayer, overhyped.
No way you just said that. Let's go.
I agree. Listen,
hold on.
I love Demon.
P, I love you, bro. I don't care. You can say whatever you want. The fact
No,
that you
I'm
just said
saying
that, I won. I have won.
I love Demon Slayer. I love Demon Slayer. No, you haven't. Hunter. Overhyped.
See why you do that, P? Why you had to do that, bro? We was done
Like
on Hunter.
there are a lot of anime that I would really consider overhyped, but we just got one legit freaking season of Frieren, and now it's overhyped. We got one. Y'all ain't even had a chance to let this sit and marinate on y'all. You get one season, and now that season's just overhyped. What's the reason for it being overhyped? Yeah, you got to give me like a legit reason for it being overhyped.
Yeah, I need that. Because
I don't see it. It's a great storyline. It has great character development. We get to Frieren, who lives forever, legit gets to see people die in front of her face, and we have to see her deal with that because she pretty much lives forever. When Fern dies, I cannot wait to see how that is going to impact her.
Why are you trying to kill off Fern?
Because she's going to die. Whether she dies in battle or in old age, she's going to die.
Yeah,
before Frieren.
Yeah, that has to happen. That has to happen for us to see some. Or we won't get into it too much. I'm curious. What if it's the opposite? What if it's Frieren that dies?
Let me tell you something. My heart can't take it. My heart can't take that.
Because Fern wouldn't be able to handle that, bro. Even Stark. I don't even think Stark could handle that.
Stark can't handle it because he's young. Like both of them are young, but like my heart can't take that. Or what if they get there and Hamill ain't even there? Like I have so many. First of all,
this show's about to, bro. There's no way you think this show is boring.
There is no way.
There's no way you watched this entire show. There's no way you watched this entire show and sat here and said that Frieren is boring. I don't see it. So I'm not, no disrespect, but you tripping.
You tripping. Like I don't see it. Like, especially being that like we have so many other, like honestly, like these are the people that I want to know, like, what's your top 5? What's your top 10? Yeah. Because if Frieren is overhyped, but you have Naruto as your number 1, we need to have a discussion. Sorry, Tracy. We need to have a discussion.
Coming back but Tracy likes Frieren. So
Tracy loves Frieren. So that word overhyped just like really just because I don't think a lot of things are overhyped in my opinion. Sometimes I think things like really do deserve like the right amount of hype.
Yeah.
And so that's my
bro. We love Frieren, bro. Bro.
Frieren is great. You will never get me to turn against Frieren.
Unless they pull the Ninja Kamui in this next season, like
boy, if we get some CGI of Frieren, then we can talk. But until then,
Frieren is like that. Frieren's like that, bro. It really is.
And if season 2 gets like season 1, bro, Frieren might sneak in my top 10. I'm not even finna sit here and lie to you.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like that. We need to do that. That's what we need to do, people. We need to go through a top 10 episode one of these days.
Oh man, I really need to sit down and think about my top 10.
Yeah, that's gonna take me like a month to figure that out.
Yeah, I really need to sit down and think of my top 10. Because honestly, at this point in time, like I want to put Spy X Family in my top 10.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't watched season 2 of that yet, and I haven't watched the movie. But
I will say, side subject. I think like my top 10 depends on like how I'm feeling at the time.
Yeah. No, I think I don't know who said it, and maybe it was you or somebody else, but I think our top anime should be changing, right? Like it shouldn't be. There are some that probably are stagnant, right? Especially for nostalgia sake. Like there's some that are just gonna be there.
You will always be number 1,
there, right? But I think as we go lower in the ranking, right? I think that there should be some fluidity with our anime top 10, or anime top 5, or anime top 15, whatever. Maybe not top 5, depending.
No,
15 for sure.
I always equate it to like your palate when you was a child. When you was a child, there were certain things that you would think that were nasty. You could only like handle chicken nuggets and French fries. But as you get older, your palate changes, and now you can eat and taste other different things. I feel like that's the same way with anime. Like when you're a beginning anime watcher, like you like these type of things, but as you grow in anime, you also develop like, bruh, like not only do I like shonen, I like a little bit of romance here. Like even with Joe, Signs of Affection. Like my man love a little bit of romance right now.
I have this plan to watch a bunch of different romance animes and actually do like a little mini tournament with them. I just haven't executed or started that yet. So I want to not necessarily force myself, but I want to like make myself watch some romance shows, because some ones that people obviously really love and talk about a lot. I want to watch these shows, so make myself, but not really make myself do this and like make it a whole experience kind of thing. So with that tangent ending there, next hot take. P, I'm gonna let you handle this one because I'm sure you got plenty to say about it. But this next hot take, we got a fellow One Piece hater, not fellow, sorry, we got a typical One Piece hater. And actually, I think is this I don't remember who this is, but I think I know who this is. But without me saying it, because I don't want to say the wrong person.
Who is it? Who do you think it is?
I don't. Anime Yofuku, who is an anime brand.
Yeah.
But One Piece is only so long because Oda doesn't know how to end the story. Go ahead, P.
Let me tell y'all something. If y'all don't trust in Oda right now, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, at this point in time, Oda has not steered us wrong, not one time. The one time you think Oda, even like the past episode, like, they had to get me straight on hockey. Like, I still have issues, but like, we had to like sit down and had to have like a serious conversation, say like, hey, yo, Oda didn't really forget about hockey. He just didn't plug it in the story just yet. If you think that Oda legit forgets anything, number one, but the fact that you don't think that this man knows how he wants to end One Piece is absolutely ridiculous. This dude will not mention things for 200 and 300 episodes, and then we'll have a callback to say, hey, yo, you remember what I told you 300 episodes ago? Yeah, I ain't forget about that. Here it is right here. So if that man can recall 300 and 400 episodes ago, if you think this man is not finna or does not know how to end this episode, it's completely bonkers.
From what I understand too, and I don't know who told me this, and I don't know if it's like 1,000% true, but it makes sense to me. Oda already has the ending written. Like, he already knows exactly.
That's what I've read. Yeah.
So he's just building up to what he already has the ending at. So it's not like he doesn't know. He has the end of it. He's just obviously writing up to it. From what I understand, this, bro, listen, there's not bro. Oda is him, bro.
Oda is GOAT. Like, he is the GOAT. As far as
mangakas go, like, that man is like.
And my thing is,
A1.
if you're reading, like, you know for a fact that this is a very interwoven story. Like, he does not skip out on anything. So if you're honestly reading and you're honestly watching, you just have to know that the way that the story is planning out, this dude knows how he wants to end it.
Oh yeah,
I am every chapter, every episode, like, I am on pins and needles. Like, Oda, what you got for us today?
Yeah. So sorry, but yeah, you tripping.
Damn, crazy take.
Next hot take we got is Kaiju number 8 has the best intro and outro of all anime this year. I disagree. It's hey, now that's not to say I don't like it. That's not to say it's not up there. I disagree. I like it more than Mashal. I like it more than Mashal season 2. I think Mashal season 2 was just very pop and popular. So I do like the intro.
It's fire.
You know what I'm saying? I love the Mashal intro. I don't remember the Mashal outro, so I can't compare the Mashal outro to the Kaiju outro.
The Mashal outro was good. It was decent.
Okay.
It was decent.
My favorite, and part of it is being the show that it is, but I also really do like the music for this show, for the intro for this show. Classroom Elite season 3 has a fire.
It's okay.
Fire, bro. When I tell you, I'm listening to it and I'm like stank faced the entire time, like the entire time.
So let me tell you one that I don't know if it was this year or last year. Spy X Family.
Opening. That was last year. That's season 1?
No.
Season 2?
Season 2.
Oh, I have to go back and listen. I think I've heard it, but I have to go back and listen.
Fire. Now, do I like Kaiju's? Now, first of all, Kaiju's outro, Chef's Kiss. It is very much pop, but very much Chef's Kiss. Kaiju's number 8 intro. Like, again, I listen. We're gonna have to do an intro. We're gonna have to do one. I think it's up there. I think it's like it's a very driven beat. Like it, I think it encompasses like what the show is about. The only thing that I didn't like because I think if you're going to do an intro, then you also have to do the effects and the visuals with it. I was not a fan.
Really?
Of the, I think it was cool. I think it was something. Let me backtrack.
What?
I think it was something that I wasn't used to.
Yeah. It's different. No, it's definitely different. It's definitely different. When I first saw it, like,
every time I watch it, and every time I watch it,
but
I like analyze it. Yeah, it is. Every time I watch it, like I analyze it, like I make sure I do not skip, because I've read like a lot of kaiju, and I am just like, are they dropping hints? Like I am like every time I try to decipher,
I think I could like force some things that they're trying to drop hints at. Like based on, I'm completely caught up on the manga for kaiju. Great manga. If you haven't read kaiju, it is definitely worth the read.
I heard it's really good. I heard it's really good.
Shout out Mel for that, because bro.
Yeah, I had started watching it. Shout out to my boys over at Clubhouse, yeah. What's the actual day? Analytical. Yeah, shout out to my boy, because they put me on Kaiju number 8, and I do
remember them talking about Kaiju. Yeah. I do remember y'all talking about Kaiju, and I was like, I'll wait.
when I tell you though, like them boys were on it.
Yeah.
Like they were reading stuff
minus
like
Chainsaw
Man. Don't do that. Chainsaw Man is really good.
My hot take. Chainsaw Man ain't that great.
That's crazy. That's a crazy hot take that we ain't gonna. By the way, I saw Clay. Like, shout out to Clay, bro. The fact that you said what you said about Bleach, because we gave Bleach a C, and he was like, "But you ain't gonna give Hunter." Clay, listen.
Talk about it, Clay.
Listen, Clay. You already know. No, he was saying like you ain't gonna give Hunter a C, but you'll give.
Clay, hold on,
but you'll give like
man. Listen,
Clay. Clay, listen. You know me, Clay. I am giving Hunter a C.
Next anime hot take we got, which is
Kaiju. I'm sorry. Kaiju. Best intro and outro all year. I don't think I can give it to it, but it is one of the best.
It is up there. It's a fire. That's the thing, bro. And I'm so bad. Like I was listening to a Spotify playlist of anime intros. I do it every now and then. I am so bad with like picking out what intros go to what shows. I'm like, I know this intro, and this intro is banger. And I'm like, what anime is this? I even got, I got one of my favorite shows. I can't remember which show it was, but I got one of my top 3 shows. Oh, no. You know what it was? I got Sword Art Online's intro wrong. I thought it was something else, and it was Sword Art. I'm like, how did I not remember this? But
shouts out to RDC World. I remember when they used to play games of like guess that anime opening and ending, and that's how like I really got good with like what were anime openings and endings. So now I'll quiz myself, but shout out to them, because I was watching them when I was like a youngin.
You know what probably screws me up, P? What do I do with intros that you hate?
Skip them.
Yeah, I skip intro.
And I don't know why. Like, why?
Because
would
I'm
you
here to watch the show. What I'll do is I'll watch the first 2 episodes. I'll watch the intro. After that, I don't watch the intro anymore.
I never skip the intro
button every time.
And I think maybe for me, it was because when I started out as a content creator, like that's what I was doing. So like I would always listen to it. And so now it's just like in my nature that like I am not going to skip the opening or ending. But yeah, no, I'm listening 100%.
No, I know you are. Cool. This next one is more just funny. It's not really a hot take, but it's more like just an opinion, which I mean, I kind of agree with.
Yeah.
The next hot take we got was Old Girl in Erased could have waited 15 years for my boy. After all that, she could have waited. She should have waited. She did my man dirty.
You could have waited a little bit, yeah. No lie. Like I'm not even mad at that. When I read it, I was like, you know what? That's not a hot take. Like,
that's not a hot take. Yeah, she was bogus.
Yeah, no 100%.
You should be dead.
You should be dead, sleeping in your grave.
I saved your life, and I need you to go. And you still,
yeah. We got issues.
Petty.
This next one, though,
man.
I'll let you handle that.
I don't even want to handle these next 2.
It's actually the next 2.
There's 2 in a row, bro. There's 2 in a row. Similar to the take on Frieren, bro. I don't know what show y'all watching, Y'all on some LimeWire downloading the wrong show type stuff. Like that's what y'all have to be doing, bro. Because there's no way these next two hot takes literally was able to like these one of them hot takes. These one of them pressing hot takes. I love you, P. I'm throwing you on the bus a little bit. These one of them P hot takes where you just be saying stuff just to say stuff and just to be controversial.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing, bro. When I am controversial, again, 9 times out of 10, I do believe what I'm saying. When I'm controversial,
give you 6.
I'll give myself 7. But the fact that
at least you can say them 3. This is part of that 30%.
No, I would never make this take. I would never make this take.
The next 2 hot takes, I'm gonna just say them both. I'm gonna just say them.
You can lump them together.
Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood are boring. Sorry, and I don't do this normally. Nigga, what? Huh?
That's crazy.
Fullmetal next hot take to go with it. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is overhyped, and the rating is way too high.
I hate the word overhyped, man.
What are you watching, bro?
See, here's one of the things to where like
he's gotta be one of them young bucks, bro. He's a young buck. That ain't it can't even be a young bro.
Here's one of the things to where I say like this is like out of 7 out of 10, like my 3 out of 10 is crazy. Because I used to say like things like about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, like maybe being like just like not, bro. I would never in a million years believe that Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood or Fullmetal Alchemist period is boring, and the fact that you're saying that it's rated too high is absolutely insane.
Like my only thing to say to y'all is, what are y'all watching? Like y'all have to be watching some knockoff Full Metal because
even Fullmetal Alchemist period
FMA is not bad.
It's not
FMAB
bad.
is better, in my opinion. I know Jared had some scenes he felt like FMA did better than
which
FMAB,
I agree,
which is cool. I need to go back and rewatch FMA because it's been too long. I've rewatched FMAB more recently than I have FMA, but bruh,
that's what I was going to say. Go ahead.
I was about to say characters. Great. From the main characters to the side characters. Great. World building. Great. We got different types of alchemy from different aspects that all come together. What? The truth and all of that and how alchemy works. What? The villains.
Truth sold me. The truth sold me.
The villains, huh? From father all the way down to the freaking homunculus. What are you watching?
I like the homunculus, like
character development, huh?
Fuhrer King Bradley.
Bro, what?
Fuhrer King Bradley is like one of the better antagonists that I've ever read.
Female characters, from Winry,
Armstrong
to Armstrong, to what's my Riza Hawkeye?
Yeah. Oh, Riza.
Come on, bro. What show are you watching, bro?
Here's one of the things that I said, because I know I had said one point in time, like, as far as like things being overhyped, and I know like I will joke and say like things being overhyped, but I do not like when people use the word overhyped lightly. We joked about this, me and Tracy, and this is like my 3 out of 10% to where like I was just like fooling around. To where we would say like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, like their fan base, like be tripping. Y'all really don't be bothering nobody. So I don't understand how it's overhyped when y'all don't even be hyping up y'all own stuff. Bro. Y'all legit just be chilling. Y'all really do be. I know we joked, and sometimes y'all can get a little bit because when Frieren passed, like it was a little bit like what, but like for the most part, y'all just be chilling.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I know there are some of them ones out there that be downvoted shows. Oshinoko. I don't even know if that was like
Oshinoko.
I don't even know if FMAB fans was one downvoting like that. Oshinoko passed it. There was another show that passed. What other show passed it before Frieren did? I feel like there was one other one. It don't even matter, bro. Like, do some of us be doing that? Yeah. As a whole, though, as a whole unit, FMAB fans, we be chilling, bro. We really do. Like, because we don't have to say nothing. The show speaks for itself.
I just really hate the word. That's the thing. I hate the word overhyped. I do. Because I don't think people have like a really good sense of what the word overhyped really means. Again, there are some really overhyped anime that never gets pronounced as overhyped. But you want to call something like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood overhyped?
Name the flaw, bro. Tell me.
Name
please.
the flaw.
Tell me.
But if it's overhyped, that means that it has to be talked about in circulation a lot.
The thing is, I will say it is though. I feel like when
I don't see it.
It's not. No. So a lot, no. But when the conversation comes up as far as top anime of all time,
yes, that's it.
But that's it.
It's not like it. It's not in circulation, right? It's not a Naruto. Like, it's not shoved down my throat. Pause. But that's just Jesus Christ.
You on something today, Pete.
But I'm saying, like, it's not that, like, when it's talked about as being like a top 5 or top 10, but it's not like a constant thing. Like, this is what we're always talking about. Like, we're always talking about Bleach. We're always talking about Naruto. We're always talking about Death Note. We're always talking about Code Geass. Like, these are names that, like, we always hear in circulation. I don't really hear Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood in circulation unless we're talking about a top 10 list or a top 5 list. That's crazy.
Like, bro, I'm legit heated, bro. I'm legit heated when I saw this. Like, I don't know what y'all on, bro.
Like, I wanted to figure out a way to spin this to, like, try to make this like a little controversial, but I can't. Like, it's like I can't. Like, I even tried to look for flaws in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I could only find one flaw. But it's not even a flaw. It's not a flaw. We've talked about it before. It's not a flaw. It's more so just like my preference is that it's not rewatchable for me. That doesn't mean that there isn't a flaw in it or that there is or isn't. It's just not a rewatchable series for me. But I think that's the only flaw for me. But even again, that's my flaw. That has nothing to like do with what the show is doing.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Characters are great. Villains are great. Side characters are great. Bruh, Roy Mustang against, like, there are so many, like, just goated moments in this anime. Like,
you lucky Roy all the way over there, bro.
It's rough. It's rough to say that that's overhyped, and it's even rougher to say that it's boring. It's crazy.
Like, we got to move on because I'm legit just getting here thinking about this, bro. This next hot take though, I kind of agree with P. I don't know if
I agree with this. No, I agree with this.
The next one is Robin could be in the monster trio if she was combat focused. 1000%. 1000%. Like we've seen the very few moments and instances where Robin like goes off, like we did in Wano when she unlocked
that demon form. Bro, I was like, crazy.
But even outside of that, bro, like like the way she can utilize her devil fruit to like just grow arms and limbs and body parts on people, like bro, she could take out an army and like that.
And then not only that,
focus on training like that, bro.
But she can grow herself to astronomical heights to where, like, if you need to be giant size,
and I'm pretty sure she learned how to completely clone herself now.
Yeah, she's definitely monster trio or monster. Like, what's the fourth?
Not monster trio. I mean, this monster trio.
She can't be a trio, but like.
Yeah, I mean, I think monster trio level.
Yeah, but she'll be 100%. She'll be monster trio level. Like I'm not even arguing that. Like,
yeah. I mean, outside of the monster trio, and then Jinbei, she's the next strongest person.
She's the next one up
on the crew, and again, she would be even further up there if she was more focused on that.
Can I just say though, in Wano, Brooke? I also think like people just really be sleeping on Brooke. Like Brooke was handling like the other three and did not break a sweat. But when he saw Robin was like done, he was like, all right, I'll handle the 3 girls now. Like, all right, fine. I was playing with y'all from the get-go, but I'll like clear y'all out real quick.
I think my issue with Brooke is I think Brooke is stronger than what he gives off. I think 100%. Brooke is stronger than what we see, and that's my issue with Brooke because he puts himself down there with Chopper and Usopp.
And I don't like it,
bro. You are not a Chopper.
He's not them. Like, he's not. And I love Usopp, but he's not that guy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, why are you acting like this? So that's my issue with Brooke. I love Brooke. I think Brooke would be a lot better character if Brooke didn't act like a scaredy cat. There's the thing. You can act like a scaredy cat, but go execute. And he does it more than Chopper.
I don't say he acts like a scaredy cat at times. I think, he is more of like a comedic relief. Like, I've never really seen him back down, like, or be scared.
No, I think, and that's what I'll say that he doesn't. And again, this isn't to bash on Usopp, right? But this is just to use him as a comparison, right? I think he does have his moments where he freaks out, but unlike Usopp, who freaks out and runs away, Brook freaks out and is like, "Well, I gotta deal with it anyway, so here we go." You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's difference between the two of them.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I just like I said, when I saw him like take on Big Mom with the poneglyphs, I was like,
no, for sure. Like I said, when Brook's got to stand on
guy.
business, he got to stand on business. I mean, he even him and Frankie saved Nami in Wano that one time. Like,
Yeah,
I believe that was Big Mom again too. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yep.
not Usopp or Frankie. Brook got it like that, bro. Like even when we were first introduced to Brook, like he's got the skills.
Like
he didn't have his shadow, so there was that whole thing, whatever. But then he got his stuff back. Like Brook is cold, literally ice cold,
ice cold, literally. Yeah.
But he don't be putting in the work like he need to. That's my.
But yeah,
he don't do nothing else. You a musician. It's not like you ain't gotta study nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And I get it, and I think that's the one thing. Like one of my things that like I like but don't like about One Piece is not everybody can be like the monster trio or like the top 4 or top 5. Like you do have to have people who play their role. And Brook is one of those guys who plays their role.
But imagine if Brook was acting the way he needs to
I agree.
Bro, the Straw Hats have so much potential, bro. So much potential.
We finna go to LBAF though. So if Usopp does not do something here, I am going to drop One Piece.
He's going to, but he's still. I'm not. I can't get into it because we're gonna spend an hour on that.
You have to be. My only thing is like for you to be like one of the best crew. Like that means all of your biggest, like your 9 or 10 or however many people. Because did he?
Yeah,
did
they
he
got 10. They're 10.
Did he go ahead and get well, no, I don't even think that's like us. So
no. I'm saying right now with Jinbei being on the crew
he's
now,
10 now.
Jinbei is 10. If we count Luffy, Jinbei is 10.
So my whole thing is like for you to be like up to Roger's point or up to like Whitebeard, like everybody in your crew has to be able to box.
That's what I'm saying.
And so
I think Usopp can box.
He can. And I
can't do it because I'm gonna get upset and go on a tangent. So I'm not gonna do that.
And I get that. Because even with Nami, like I'm like, Nami be out here boxing right now, man.
Bro, don't. If anyone ever questions Nami, you can't, bro.
No, you can't.
Shout out to Southside Supply. Nami is like that.
In Wano, like we saw, like when Usopp, which upset. Yeah. Because y'all really know how much I like Usopp, but for the fact that Nami had to like legit like be like,
you tripping, Usopp?
What you talking about?
Exactly, bro. What?
Hurt me because again, I think he really does have the potential. He's going to be at the end of the day. He's going to go down as one of the better snipers or the best sniper.
He has to. He needs a power up in LBAF. I'll say that. And honestly, my strong disdain for Usopp makes me not want it to happen. Just to stick the fact like, yeah, he's still the clown of the crew, right? Because even Chopper handling business more than him. You know what I'm saying?
But even as a clown, like you still have to be able to.
Absolutely, you have to, absolutely. And we've seen you do. You have your little itty bitty flashes there. I'm not counting the God Usopp moment because that's just some nonsense, bro. Like that whole moment pissed me off. But before that, when he did his his observation hockey moment at Dressrosa, right? Like that was cold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What else did he do that I liked that was cold? But like again, and this isn't I'm not trying to berate this point, but when he wants to do something, he does it. I.e., him fighting Luffy for the Going Merry. You see, this man prepared like crazy, and that was the one fight that Usopp has had that he didn't act scared. That
was one of my favorite fights, by the way. Which I agree. Like that was the one fight to where like
you can do that. But
he stood on
the actual bad guys.
Yeah, he stood on business.
That's the thing. It wasn't standing on business.
No, he stood on business for what he thought business was.
Right. Right. Exactly. He decided to actually man up and be who he talks about, who he wants to be in that one instance. You chose the wrong instance to do that.
Ooh, that's a great callback. I wonder will we get that in LBAF and we will get parallels of like why he stood up for there and like what will get him to like be that person again.
Listen, bro, I just need him to step up. I
will say if he doesn't get it in the LBAF,
it's not happening. It's not happening. So,
But I say all
Sorry.
that to say, yes,
Yeah.
Robin could. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
bro.
Robin could be in the monster trio, like 100%. That's.
I apologize, y'all. This is again. I know it's all love over there at Shonen Showdown Syndicate, but this is not Shonen Showdown. This is not One Piece fan club. It just One Piece is like that, bro. It just is. I apologize for all our One Piece rants. Next hot take is, I don't know who said this, but
yeah, this is crazy.
Number 15, Sasuke is worst example of character development in anime history.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't even like Sasuke like that. Like I don't. I do not like Sasuke at all. But the fact that we have to be careful when we use definites. The worst.
And the thing is, he's not even that bad.
He's not bad at all. Like his character development is pretty damn good.
Right. It was slow. It took a minute.
It was slow because
it happened.
But the fact that like he went from like this kid. First of all, you have to realize the trauma that this man has been.
Here we go. Here we go. Itachi.
This man has been through a lot of trauma. So I get people say like he's a whiny crybaby, like he blah 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 blah. But like, bro, you had your whole family killed. You legit had to grow up kind of by yourself. You want revenge on your brother because your brother told you to go out and seek me. Like, bro, if you want this work, come out and get me. So he spends his whole life trying to be as strong as he possibly can to go seek out his brother. When he finds more strength and he knows he's at his limit, he goes to seek more strength in Orochimaru. So between that, he gets his strength that he wants. He goes and finds out the truth of what happens. And now, like again, I'm sorry, like his whole character development, like is really good. I don't like Sasuke, but the character development, even in Boruto, the character development of Sasuke is really, it's spot on.
I don't want to put him up there with this character, but it's very Vegeta-esque. It's not Vegeta level. It's not to that level. It's not to that level, but it's very Vegeta-esque. He's not a phenomenal father, but we go again, be like this dude who is so single-focused, single-minded on this one thing to now there's so much more to what he's trying to do now. You know what I'm saying? To where he could care less about the village. He just focused on getting his brother. Now he's like, I want to be Hokage. I want to be Hokage in the shadows. To now, we didn't see all that stuff happen with him and Sakura. Married Sakura, got a kid, trying to be a decent father while obviously he's doing his thing out there in the world. Like, bro, what?
Like, he has so many aspects about him to what makes him like this very character-driven. I think he honestly has one of the better character developments in Naruto. For Naruto, like, we know what Naruto wants to be. He progresses to be that person. Yeah. But Sasuke goes from like a villain to like a villain to now him wanting to avenge his brother and becoming a whole nother villain to take out the town, to now becoming like the Shadow Hokage, to like now being Naruto's like right-hand guy, to where he butted heads with Naruto at all given times.
Exactly. This man tried to kill Naruto.
He has great character development. Like, I don't see that. That's a bad take.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all tripping. Whoever that was, you tripping. Yeah. I hope whoever wrote, hold on, let me go back. Whoever said HunterXHunter was mid, I'll even throw whoever said JoJo's was trash, right? Whoever said Frieren was boring.
Crazy.
And whoever the two people were that hated on FMA and FMAB, I hope y'all watch this, bro.
Oh, no. Don't forget about that One Piece is only long because Oda didn't know how to end the story.
Come on, bro. Y'all, we got some hot takes over here.
Again, I have hot takes, but I would never. Like, I would never put myself in harm's way.
You done have some things. You done put yourself in harm's
way. What are the biggest hot takes? Honestly, my biggest hot take is the HunterXHunter take.
HunterXHunter and Naruto have been some things you said. What else did you say?
Naruto is not, but that's not even a hot take.
Dang, what else did you say that I had a whole bunch of people come? Bro, one of my boys at the gym is like, bro, I'm about to unfollow y'all. Because P be tripping. He's like, because of our thumbnails and everything, like the all your hot take thumbnails that we've done, like the HunterXHunter one, some Naruto ones. I forgot there was one more that was recent, bro, that you said. I forgot what it was. But we posted it. He's like, bro, what is this? He's like, I can't even watch it.
Was it the HunterXHunter trash?
It was HunterXHunter trash, but there was another one before that. I can't remember what it was, but it don't matter.
Dang, now I gotta go back.
I've had on boys. He's like, bro, I need to get on the pod. I'm like, we can get you on here. He an MMA fighter. He dope, bro. Grant is a dope.
I will. Oh, yeah. He followed me not too long ago.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, man. Listen, I will. Most of my hot takes, I can at least argue them.
You do. I mean, you know how to die on the hill and argue some stuff now. Now that for sure. I'm trying to see Hunter x Hunter. Oh, the Sakura love triangle, the Naruto love triangle one. He was like, what? He was like, yeah, he couldn't end up with Sakura because Sakura is useless. Now he went a little far with that one. I don't know about the whole useless thing, but he was like, that definitely the whole Sakura and Naruto should never ever happen. That was one he said.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's more of an opinion. Like, and I could honestly still see that.
Yeah. Oh, he also didn't like the Black Clover one, where you said Black Clover is just a whole bunch of different shows.
Oh, I stand 10 toes on that.
I know you do.
I stand 10 toes on that.
That was some hot takes.
And honestly, my point was I ain't even mad at the points I made.
Bleach, Bleach one too. It's the same arc after the same arc after the same arc. You done got so
Tracy got upset with that, but it is that like,
he said,
and I know
where Tracy's like, you don't like villains. You don't like
but that's not. But and I wish like I had a chance. Like I wish Twitch had like an invite type of thing, because it's not that I don't like villains, but it's the fact that like for Bleach, there's just always a group. It's not like that for Naruto.
You've already done it.
It's not like that for One Piece. And even if it is like that for a certain amount, like they do it better. Like it's for Bleach, it's the same story written the same way. What's the difference between the Soul Society arc, the Quincy arc, and the Full Brain arc and the Espada arc? They are all just a big group of baddies that need to be beaten. Like there is nothing nuanced about it. There's no nuance.
I ain't said that for you to go off again, but I listen. I'm just saying what people are saying. You know
Let me ask you a question, Joe. What do you think about that?
I don't agree with you. I don't. I'm sorry. I get what you're trying to say, and maybe it's the way you're saying it, but I don't think it's the same arc after the same arc.
My thing is, what is the difference between Soul Society?
Society is not the thing. Is they're a group of baddies, but they're not really the baddies. But it's someone out. Like I'm not trying to go on this rant, but it's like I'm gonna talk about Soul Society arc and I'm gonna leave it because I do want to get into at least one more hot take before we're done. The Soul Society arc is like someone. Imagine basically one person like us coming from America and going to a whole completely different country where culture and how things operate are completely different. Whether we agree with them or not, it's completely different. So those people are upholding the standards, the laws, the morals, whatever you want to call it, of how that works. And though we may not agree with it, that's how that works over there. Yep. So it's not that they're the bad guys of that society. I'm coming technically in that situation, though he's not the bad guy. Technically, Ichigo is the bad guy because he's person. Ichigo is the terrorist in that sense.
Then you're going to bleed right into what I'm saying, because if that's the case, then it's the same thing for the Espada arc. Like there's a different society, there's a different hierarchy, there's a different way to go about doing things. So even when Ichigo entered in there, he may have been the villain. When Ichigo entered into the Espada, he's still like the same villain because they have a different way of doing things. And even then, it is still a rescue mission from both. One, you end up rescuing Rukia. The next one, you end up rescuing Orihime. Like, it is legit a cut and print
but Orihime
of the same arc.
How did Orihime get there?
But I'm not.
Right?
I'm not saying
it's not part of that society. They over here.
But they came. But no. But what I'm saying is that it is a same rescue and save arc. Is what I'm getting at. The overall premise is very much the same. It is a rescue and save arc.
I got you. I'm not here to argue. I'm just saying I don't fully agree, but I get what I do understand what you're trying to say without fully agreeing with what you're saying. So
I mean that's all. Like I said, and I get it. Like Bleach is Bleach. Like again, I'm not like discrediting it. Discrediting it. Yeah, I'm not. I think right. Discrediting. Excuse me. Discrediting.
There you go.
I'm not saying like that. I think it deserves like a spot in the big three. I think it's a good anime. It's a decent anime. I just think that it's like a cut and print of like a lot of arcs. That's it.
Yeah, I got you. This next one, I'm gonna let you handle. I'm not a power scaler, but also I'm sure I agree.
Either.
I'm sure you more of one than me, so I'm gonna get this to you. But I'm sure we probably agree with that. I'm pretty sure we actually addressed this with a specific person, but
Yeah.
Gojo Solos The Big Three and DBZ.
Yeah, we're not finna do that, man. You're not even do it. Like I don't even have the time.
Do we want to argue? I'll give one. Bleach is not happening. We've established, and I think it's been established that Bleach is probably the strongest strongest series power system out of the big three. Am I correct? Based on what I've heard.
Yeah, yes.
Based on what I've heard.
Until Pirate Jesus Luffy, but yes.
But even Pirate Jesus Luffy. Okay, then so is Pirate Jesus Luffy taking Gojo? Because I was going to argue Naruto. We know Naruto. I think we talked about Naruto specifically. That Naruto for sure is beating Gojo. Pirate Jesus is beating Gojo.
Yes, I think like, and this is where like we get into like equal leveling, equal versus. Like you have to like equalize all of these characters and like strip them of like what they actually would do in the world and put them on equal footing, or in their own traditional world and put them on equal footing. And if you put them on equal footing, then Gojo, I think, has an argument. But if Luffy is coming with all of his hacks and Gojo is coming with all of his abilities, I think always and forever hacks will beat ability. The fact
even with the endurance aspect of Pirate Jesus Gear 5, you don't think Infinite can hold out long enough?
I think it depends. And we've had this talk before.
We had it with Naruto.
Like if Luffy can defeat Gojo within 15 minutes of his Toon Force energy, then yes. But manga Gojo, different.
I don't know.
And he's hella different.
Okay.
And so I think that deserves an argument. But if we're just saying that Luffy can survive forever in Toon Force, he doesn't stand a chance. If Luffy can defeat Gojo within a certain time frame, then it can happen. Now again, if Luffy gets tired and if Gojo can hold out for the 10-15 minutes of Gear 5, then Gojo has like an opportunity to piece this man up. But if Luffy can piece him out in 15 minutes, and again, Luffy can stretch, like at this point in time, like I feel like Luffy about to be able to bend reality at this point in time. Like
we'll see what happens.
He picking up floor. He picking up like he's just doing a lot of stuff. Grabbing lightning bolts, picking up the ground. Like he's like doing a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah. So
that's actually a great question. I would love to, any power scalers out there who like know more, because again, I don't consider myself a power scaler. I know Joe doesn't consider himself a power
I'm
scaler.
the furthest thing from a power scaler.
So
P is way closer to power scaler than me.
I would love to hear like the argument of Luffy Gear 5 versus Gojo and who would win. I think that would
didn't we hold on? Didn't we do what's it called?
We did and yeah, with Rob. Yeah, we did.
What's that thing called again? Mugen.
Yeah,
we did a Mugen battle.
We did, and Luffy beat the brakes.
I want to ask Rob. But I feel like Rob is gonna say Luffy just because Rob.
Yeah, I can't even trust Rob with
Jared. I feel like Jared would do a better job with that.
Yeah, he would. If it's One Piece, I can't, because Rob is gonna be so biased.
Way too biased, bro.
He's gonna be so biased.
Whitebeard beating Gojo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think Gojo gonna beat Whitebeard.
Yeah. I don't know what Gojo do with that, but cool. All right, y'all. So there were a lot more hot takes that we had. Y'all had plenty of them. I think we got through half the list. We're gonna cut it here. What we're gonna do though is we'll make a part 2 to this series, and maybe even have a part 3. Might ask you some more hot takes. So we'll just kind of make this a thing. This was fun. I like this one. This has probably been, outside of the Blue Lock tier list, this has been my second favorite, one of my favorite episodes that we've done. P. It got me heated. I'm hot.
There's a lot of hot takes, y'all, man. Y'all gotta chill.
The one we gonna start the next episode with, y'all, bro. What? I don't know who.
Just a hint. just a hint, it's a One Piece take. Like
Yeah.
y'all gotta chill with these One Piece takes.
I feel like, yeah, the One Piece takes, bro. Like there's some, again, there are some issues. One Piece ain't perfect. So we not here to say One Piece is perfect, but y'all got some nonsense coming out your mouth or off your fingertips, whatever. But
I'm looking at it. I'm still trying to figure out like how.
So with that being said, yo, we appreciate you guys for tuning in and being here. You're still here, man. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, especially for if you want to see the rest of the hot takes that we got coming, man. We got some hot takes coming for sure. So really appreciate you guys' time tuning in. If you're listening, make sure you guys go ahead and follow the podcast, leave us a 5-star rating, as well as let us know what you guys think on YouTube and whatever platform you guys are listening on. Let us know what you guys think. If one of these was your hot takes and you was one of the ones tripping, please answer our questions about your
please.
Like give us a reason. Please give me a reason for why Frieren is boring. Please give me a reason for why FMAB is boring and overhyped. Like,
and
I need to hear it, bro. I need to hear it.
Please give me a reason. Please give me a reason or give me your explanation of overhype. I think we use that word so much that we have forgotten what that word means. Just like the word mid. I feel like we don't know what the word mid means anymore. So if you have had like a take and you use the word overhype, hey, yo, please explain to me what overhyped is.
Yeah,
please.
Man. Because some of y'all just said some nonsense, bro. Y'all really did. Y'all really did. Which I appreciate it because it was fun to talk about. But y'all gotta chill, bro. Y'all really do. So
I'm going through this list, bro. What are y'all talking about?
It's gonna be fun. Part 2 is gonna be fun, bro. But yeah, man. With that, we're out. We'll talk to y'all next time. Again, appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.